And it's a very good morning to Tom Piotrowski from CommSec. Tom, I can see that the ASX 200 has clawed back most of the losses that we had yesterday. I'm guessing the big question is how much is a 25 basis point cut priced into the market?
Well, it's almost entirely priced in, Kenny. There's almost a universal expectation today that the Reserve Bank will be cutting rates. The question will be around the way that the RBA creates context around the rate cut. So the expectation is it could be a little bit on the hawkish side, highlighting some of the risks that are present at the moment. So that's not unusual. So that will be what we'll be examining in close detail in the aftermath. But at this stage, the futures are indicating the ASX 200 will be up by around 0.8%. So you might recall at this time yesterday morning, we were talking about the Moody's credit rating agency downgrading the US sovereign credit rating. There were tax cuts passed at the weekend as well in the US. This is all significant from the vantage point of interest rate markets, and that was one of the reasons why regional markets were under pressure yesterday. There was concern that these interest rate markets might rise aggressively. They did in the short part of the in the early part of the day yesterday in the US, but they then stabilized, and that's what helped the US markets recover. At one stage, the leading indices were down by about 1%, and they recovered to finish fairly flat. So at the close, you had the Nasdaq just in positive territory. The S&P 500 was up by a little under 0.1%. The Dow Jones did a little bit better. It was up by a third of a percent. But the fallout from this is that the US dollar has weakened, and that has translated to firmer commodity prices in some but not all cases. But gold prices are up by more than 1%, and we've got oil bumping up a little bit higher as well this morning. So they're the things to keep in mind. The Aussie dollar's had a good rally on the back of that US dollar weakness, so it's trading above 64.5 US cents.
Thanks, Tom. Chat soon.